Hey everybody, how are things? How's everybody doing? Hope people are doing well. Polar Filaments here saying I missed the first one. This is number 9. There's a little bit of catching up to do. But hi Mitch, how you doing? We're gonna be hoping to get a bunch of work done. I only have one more thumbnail for this. I was hoping to do this in 10 parts, right? Like as max 10 parts, so we have some more work to do. And besides, next week is the final week before Rocky Mountain. And damn it, this thing is going to be printing before I leave for Rocky Mountain. So, if that means I gotta stream every freaking day next week, then that's what it's gonna be, right? We're gonna make it work. Thank you all for joining. Like, subscribe, and all the things. Huge shout out to LDO that provided us this Trident 300 kit. Shout out to Steve Builds for taking all my crap when I like to yell at him for fun. Because remember, in this stream, we never accept responsibility. We always #blame Steve Builds. And a big thank you to Polymaker for sponsoring the filament for this build as well. Nero 3D, the Canuck creator, says, "Where fun? I was told fun." If you like watching a newbie struggle to do basic things, you've come to the right place. If you find that to be fun, sir, you have come to the right place. Because I promise that there will be struggle bus riding today, as there always is. But that's okay. It's okay to ride the struggle bus from time to time. Been an interesting couple of days for those that follow us on social media. And I had a bunch of needles put into me yesterday for new injections. So physically I'm feeling better for the most part. But I got my back brace on out of abundant precaution. I believe we're still screwing around with wiring. Last I checked, we're still doing wiring stuff. So we were working down here on this board. I still don't have the right connectors. I thought I ordered the right ones to adapt this Rev A kit to the Stealth Burner. Hope it's Stealth Burner pieces. So yeah, it won't be extruding today. I can promise you that, unless we just direct solder, which is also an acceptable way of doing things. But we are, where are we? We are at connecting the toolhead breakout cables part 2. Just to give you guys some idea of where we're at. So, yeah, that is, that's where we're currently sitting right now. Let me pin that so you guys have access. And, yeah, y'all can, y'all can watch me struggle. So I learned that those back blanking plates are actually keystones. We don't exactly have the Ethernet keystones on hand, and I don't think they came with the kit. If they did, I don't know where they are at this point, and quite frankly, I'm not going to run Ethernet anyways. I do have to figure out how to put USB onto this machine, because like ideally I want to use USB. Q1 Pro is running behind me doing some work for a client. Yeah, we're just getting stuff done. I know it's gonna be a it's gonna be an interesting stream, because like wiring is decidedly not my strong suit, but I'm gonna do my best for you all. So, forgive me if I get a little bit quiet while I'm trying to figure things out. Because I also have no idea. I think we stopped at like a reasonable point. It looks like the next step is the NeoPixel strip. And for this, I've got 3 basic wires, a red, a white, and a black. So I will need to go to the wiring diagram, the octopus pinouts, and try to find where that goes. So the NeoPixel is PB80, PB0, the RGB LED. So PB0 is what we're looking for on the octopus pinout. That is J37. God, I have to get, like, I gotta get closer to my monitor. I can't. The green on white is really hard to read. Let's see, where the heck? It's J37. I see J34. There's J35. 47. 42 and 40. I'm getting close, but I'm not there. What are the Sam Hill? All right, let me use some context clues here, because there's a photo. The photo has it going up above all of this stuff. So somewhere maybe up in here? No, below that. Somewhere like right there. So let me check the pinout again. I'm sorry. I know this stuff is kind of boring for you guys. I wish there was a better way for me to share. I got it. J37. J37 is right there. That's what it is. It's the one. It's the all red connector. It's the all red connector on the octopus. And what is your pinout for J37? 5 volts, PV0, and ground. Okay. Of course, I don't know which is which, because it doesn't exactly tell me, I don't think. Let me see. Yep, it doesn't tell me. Well, I mean, there's only like 9 ways I could do this, so I guess I just have to send it, right? They're LEDs, so like, theoretically I shouldn't hurt it if I do it wrong. But it's not obvious to me as to how it goes in, and because I have 3 connectors and that's it, I don't actually have the way it needs to go. So I found J37. I'm gonna put the red there. Oh, that wasn't the red, Grant. That might be useful if you even followed your own gosh darn instructions. Jeez. Amateur hour over here, I swear. White, I assume, is going to be data. How do you keep these things? These things are absolutely going to touch each other. How in the heck? How do you keep these pins from touching each other? Because they're absolutely going to touch each other. Am I supposed to, make a board for this, or use a JST or something? Because those are absolutely going to touch. There's no way. There's no way that they don't touch. Let me. Oh, my webcam's been dead. No one let me know. I'm sorry. Give me a second. There we go. Now we can actually see what's going on here. So we're right here, and it's just three bare connectors. I guess I could look at doing a JST, but I don't have one handy. So I screwed up. I ordered the wrong stuff. So that's on me. So I have the wrong stuff. I need to order the right stuff. That's not really helping much, is it? I actually don't think that's helping much at all. But well, yeah. Molot says you just have to plug the you should have a plug to put them in. Maybe. I don't recall. That did not have a plug on it from the factory. This is a Rev A kit. The limit switcher power cables are in the way. Yeah, it's right there. It's hard to see, and it's going to be hard to see. I wish I could zoom in. But I can't. And that's okay. So we're just going to keep going. It looks like it would be a 2.54 JST. And like, the worst part is, I feel like that kit's out here, but I'm currently so fundamentally disorganized, it's not even funny. I'm realizing that the back pain is affecting me way more than I care to admit. And it is affecting me in that I don't like moving things. Like, when I put it somewhere, I don't want to put it back. Because the likelihood of me injuring myself goes up and up and up and up the more I have to move something. So I find myself not moving things. So, yeah. That's life. Bammy says those metal things go in a plastic box. Yeah, I know. They're pins. They look like their standard JST 2.54 pins. I will see if my 2.54 kits are out here. I think they are, but again, it's so disorganized out here right now, guys. I honestly don't know if we could find them, and if we could, that I have everything that I need handy to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think some sort of video surrounding that is probably in our future, where we look at kind of going through every bit of it's my garage. I'm in my garage right now, but we will look at going through every kind of section in my garage, look at organizing it, look at making it more useful, look at making it friendly to somebody who is not fully able-bodied. And it's an idea. I don't exactly have how we're going to get there yet, but we will get there. I don't know how. We're going to figure it out. If you guys do want to help with that, the best way to do that is to support us. YouTube channel members, Patreon, PayPal. $10 you get to come hang out. Yeah, you get to come hang out with us in our private Discord server, where we will, you know, do stuff like this all the time. I have grease on me. How the hell do I have grease on me already? Nomad's Galaxy says, please make a Lamborghini joke. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't joke about a Lamborghini. I don't even own a toy Lamborghini. Couldn't afford the insurance on it anyways, right? It's a joke. Alright, let's, I said no, don't. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. I'm so sorry. Alright, finish line. Oh, okay. We're basically done? No, we're not. We didn't wire the bed yet. We're not done at all. Okay. Well, to do that, we gotta add in some of these M3x6. These ones here. We gotta add some of those in. So, we gotta get our bed wiring together. I gotta figure out what goes where. I guess, all of these wires here are probably useful. I honestly am not 100% certain. I think I messed everything up. So, let me try to, like, undo this rat's nest here. I assume these go up to the Wagos. There's a lot of spare cables. I'm not exactly certain how we do that. All right, I gotta find the wiring diagram for the bed. Give me just a second. Oh yeah, and I never did the LEDs, so we gotta do the LEDs as well. The LTO bed, which is down here, is pre-wired. So it's all pre-wired, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal for us to work on. There were bolts in this, and one of them just fell out. Okay. So it's these cables. There's a JST. Okay. I've moved around everything a little bit. Just, God, that hurt. All right, I have to look at the bed wiring for the LDO, because the LDO bed is a little different. It's a little different. So let me see. It looks like theoretically we're gonna need some of these connectors. I want to see if there's a tool head wiring guide. LDO, come on, man. All right, did I install all these? No, I didn't. Okay. The Wagos are in, but I gotta put one of these in. So I gotta put one of these in. Looks like they're the button head, so it's probably the M3x6 buttons. I'm just gonna walk around to the other side of the printer, I think. I think that's just gonna be the easiest for me right now, instead of trying to pick it up and move it. So I'm sorry, you're gonna watch the back of my head for a second. I apologize. So we're gonna walk around, we're gonna get this installed, and that way I don't have to pick up the printer. Oh, the spider is still out here. I should probably bring that inside. That's a very expensive piece of kit to be leaving in my garage. Careful. Scooting on through. Were we smart enough? We were not smart enough. We are missing the heat sets. So we did not put the heat sets right here. We have to put heat sets in here, which means this has to come off, unfortunately. So I need to get a different hex key. And unfortunately, we need to look at removing that, installing the heat sets, and then we can reinstall everything. So, bit of a bummer there. That's okay. That's how life goes sometimes. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. That one's a bit of a loss, but we can turn it around. Just gotta find the right size Allen key. Too small like usual, you know. Gents, you know what I'm talking about. Still too small. Yep, story of my life. Got something a little bit bigger. Yep, we do. There we are. All right, let's get this piece off. Let's get some heat sets installed in it. And then we will get it back in place. Boy, it's a tight fit back here. Oh, Grant, you could lose some weight. Yeah, I probably could. Probably could. But I'm still a little pudgy. A little pudgy still. Okay. The heat set soldering iron is on. That's a thing around here. We like to make fun of the fact that I forget to leave things on. So feel free to join in the fun. We gotta put 2. Count them, 2. Heat sets in here. Jeez. Oh, Grant. I probably could have done this in situ. Just kind of decided not to. This just seemed like a better move to take it off. I will redirect the camera to this area. Give me just a second. And we'll be able to check it out. Hold on here. Hold the phone. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. You're now looking at the heat set zone. Heat set zone. We're all in the heat set zone. Let's see what kind of comments we got. Don't you remember the ad years ago where it was like, in here in my garage, we just bought a new Lamborghini, but I'm more proud of my books. I can't fit a car in this garage. A car does not fit in this garage. Oh no, back of his head. So good. That's where the blood comes from? I'm so confused. Grandchildren watching, how dare you be so inappropriate. Well, you know what? You can join the Only Grant Rants. That's onlygrantrants.com. Do not use HTTPS. I didn't bother to pay for an SSL because it is just a forwarder. But that is an actual web domain that I own. onlygrantrants.com. Okay. In like sin, we are going to unplug the heat set. Heat set is unplugged. Wait, you pay for an SSL. I use Namecheap. I think they require an SSL on that, I think they make me pay for it. I don't remember, dude. It was a joke. I didn't do a bunch of work for it. I just did it. You know? SSLs are free. You know, guys, I do what I can, man. All right, there are things I'm good at. There are things I'm not good at. I'm good at making sure I have good network security, like I don't expose my home IP network on my network, or on my business network. But I'm bad at understanding exactly 100% what's going on. So, you know, you take your wins with your losses. I am often introducing myself when I get, you know, support on like Namecheap and all that as just an end user because it's just easier. That is an inside joke that only like 3 people in this chat will get, and I'm totally fine with that. All right, that was the right size screw. Nice. That is a really nice fit. Like just having that on there. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Okay, so a cable will plug into there. But I don't know what then routes down and through. Man, I don't friggin' know what I'm looking at half the damn time. Have a feeling I'm just going to need to turn this printer around. The longer that I think about this, the more I think I have to turn the printer around. So, might end up needing to do that. I don't know. Why is it not on a turntable? Because my big turntable is on the floor, and my small one doesn't fit. That's why. And I'm stupid and forgot to put it up there. I mean, those are the reasons, right? This printer has not moved since last week. I want to be clear. This set table was not really used since last week. Sorry, it's been a weird couple of days. I'm not going to be as high energy as I normally am. I'm sorry, guys. But, you know, apparently standing up for yourself for getting harassed only gets you more harassment. What a great world we live in, when defending and standing up for yourself means people are just still going to be rude to you. They're going to make smear campaigns against you because they, for some reason, believe that they're in the right, and instead of admitting that they stole your IP and that they were deliberately harassing you, they just double down, and they use politically charged words to ignite their fan base. But hey, whatever, man. That's life sometimes. Thankfully, I won't stoop that low. So who's the one stirring drama? Bitch. Alright. That's installed. No, Matt says I'll pick it up for you. Give me 12 hours. Hide the kids. It's the back of his head again. Yeah, it's probably gonna be one of the more PC things that happens in this stream. I'm in a mood today. I just don't give an F mood. So I'm just bummed. I'm bummed that this is the kind of reaction we get out of this community. I'm bummed that things happened the way they did, and I'm bummed that we had to do what we had to do. And I'm bummed that instead of owning up to things, apologizing, and moving on, I was threatened. And then a smear campaign video was put out about me. So, gotta love it. But hey, here's the cool thing. You know what's cool about haters? They don't pay you, which means they're worthless. Haters ain't paying the bills, baby. Haters ain't paying the bills. And if they ain't paying the bills, they ain't worth it. They ain't worth it. They ain't worth it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, good. I will tell you it's just not worth it. And if you do know, you know it's not worth it. That's what I love about this community, man. For every BS thing that goes on, there's like 19,000 amazing things that are going on. Things that are just awesome. People helping each other, doing cool stuff. And then there's some bad apples. Right? Some bad apples that like to do what they like to do. But that's life, man. See, the trick is to not really pay attention to the bad apples, because they ain't worth your damn time. They just ain't worth it. I've got like random. What the heck? How about that printer? I'm looking for stuff, man. I'm giving out life advice. Let's see. Am I missing a cable? It's totally possible. It's 100% possible. I have dropped a cable. I am missing a cable. I am missing a cable. I am missing a cable, and it is probably my own fault. Alright. I was hoping to pass it all through at once, but it doesn't look like... Wait a minute. Bed PE. Yeah, we got bed protected earth. Great. That will go to the bed itself. So actually, this cable's not 100% needed at the moment. We've got our bed neutral and our bed load. We need the nozzle probe cable. And we need the bed tool head cable. I wonder if I've already installed them, but I'm too dumb to realize it. This is a potential here. Because that's all supposed to go up through the Z-axis. I've never ran any cabling up through the Z-axis as of yet, which tells me there are still cables here. Oh! Hey, they're in the miscellaneous cable bin. Oh, Grant, maybe you should read. Yeah, you're right. I probably should. You're right. I should probably read more than I do. In general, man. I don't read enough. I really should read more. Reading really, really puts me to sleep. Bed, tool head, Z-stop. Got them both. Let's go. Alright, I'm not missing cables. I just don't know where they were. So, it's something that I do love about the Prusa manuals that I do wish we had in these manuals is that there's like a little thing that tells you where everything is, like what bag everything should be in. Because, like, man, that would just be so nice, you know? Be so freaking nice. All right. That one. We got this one. Bed earth actually screws into the bed. So this cable is up like this. These two use Wagos. So we are going to put them up like this. All of... Oh. Things are different lengths. Okay. Alright, we are at the point where I absolutely have to turn the machine around for me to be able to use it, so... I am unfortunately going to have to do that here real quick. We're going to cheat, we're going to lower the table so it's easier for me to move. Because remember, kids, you can always lower your tables. Don't lower your standards. Enjoy my garage for like... Okay. Because this way, it's just going to be easier this way. What I'm going to do is actually plug everything in. That way I know specifically how much cable I need and where I need. I never installed the Z-booper, didn't I? And that's on the other side. Of course it is. Alright, well the Z-booper's not that big of a deal. It's fine. Alright, so this is... This is the bed tool head. It's there. We have our cable that goes there. One that goes here. One that goes here. Technically, as long as you don't swap the cable colors, really doesn't matter what goes where. It just kind of matters you don't swap. You have some cable management stuff. I'm not going to go forth and do it immediately. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to pull off the cable chain, because in my head, it's going to be a lot easier to do this with the cable chain off, where I can just slide everything in and through. Why do I have 9 messages? What's going on? Oh. I can get back to that after the stream. My standards are always on the floor. No, they're not. Skate Soup says the thing about haters that they don't pay you, and if they don't pay you, they're worthless. New meditation focus phrase just dropped. Thank you. Well, you know what? You should tweet that. You should tweet that out. Tweet it out, tag me in it, and I'll retweet it. Because you know what? That's a good piece of life advice from a very close friend, who might not know that they're a close friend, but I consider them a close friend. I'm not gonna say their name, but, you know, sometimes you gotta hear it from somebody else so that you know you're not the crazy one. Or, at least not the crazy one this time. So yeah. If you want to share that with the people, share it with the people. And let them know where you heard it. You know, support creators, yo. We're going to cheat on this. We're going to pop up all the... Let me switch you guys to view number 2 here. Badoop. Because we're going to lay everything inside the cable chain. Whoa. It's this side. Whoops. Trying to lift it up from the wrong side. If manufacturers don't provide you with the cable chain that opens from one side, find a different manufacturer in my book. Because this stuff, man, imagine having to thread those cables through one at a time. Absolutely not. No chance. Not gonna happen. Come back another time. How's everybody's day going? I didn't ask that. And I should have asked that. I started complaining about my day and what's going on. I didn't ask you guys how your day's going. So, formally, how's your day going? Also, I need a guest for the podcast this weekend. Who do you guys want on the show this weekend? We had a guest last weekend, so it makes sense to have a guest this weekend. Bammy says this stream is improving my day. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that this stream can help. I'm glad that you get value out of this. It makes my day better to know that this is making your day better. So thank you. There's one thing in this world that I love doing above all else. Is helping others. Crap. That's the wrong side for the PE cable for the bed. Swap that around here. Good. Wonderful. Paul the T guy said, better than the 3-hour meeting I had on biodiversity. That kind of sounds like fun. I mean, I guess any 3-hour meeting is monotonous. Mr. Emendon says, my brother said it's easy to tell us apart last night in the Discord. Now that I have shorter hair, it's much harder. For those who don't know, I have an identical twin brother. He's actually been on the show a couple of times. He's like been on the channel a couple of times. But yeah, you know, he's reasonably clean shaven for work. I'm not. He has a day job. This is my day job. Running 3D Musketeers, which is more than just a YouTube channel. I didn't realize that most people didn't know that the 3D Musketeers is more than just a YouTube channel. But yeah, it's way more than just a YouTube channel. Oh, I gotta pull over the golf. Right, because that was a stupid move. Good thinking there, kid. That's okay. It's a nice and simple fix. Done and done. All right. So, can just look at pulling everything through here and get all that back up and installed. Life will go back. I thought Nomad Galaxy's standards were upside down. He's the general manager of the Positron project, for those that didn't know. So I thought his standards were upside down. I also love how he's been just, like, trolling on Twitter. It's like the best kind of trolling. How he made a mini positron. And I said, well, now we need the positron to print a mini positron. And so the dude just freaking does it. Like, come on now. Come on. That's funny. Like, that's comedy. I'm sorry. That's freaking comedy. I don't care who you are. That's funny. But, yeah, I had a good laugh at that. That was good for a chortle or two. My standards are upset. Yeah, you're hanging out in our Discord. Oh, I am seeing a... Oh, no, I'm not seeing critical error. I think we're okay. We might be okay. Let's go. We might be okay. It's not a critical error. All right. That's going to go something like that. I got to get the bitty screws to do it. I should point out that Mad Cat USA and Nomad's Galaxy are both in our Discord. So they're rabble-rousing. They're not actually being mean to each other. That is just regular rabble-rousing. It is okay. Be sure nothing can pinch the mains voltage wire. You know, if I want a shocking experience with my Voron, damn it, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to blame Steve Builds when it hurts me. Because remember, on Voron Builds, we blame Steve Builds. I don't want that to catch on, because it's more of just a joke. We don't blame Steve Builds. I mean, we can, but it's not recommended. I don't want that to catch on. Steve is an awesome guy. He has thankfully assisted me in this process because, man, I'll tell you, I'm sure this can be a fun process, but the first one's always tough, man. First one's always tough. But again, that's okay. It's okay for things to be a little bit difficult the first time. You know? It's okay. There's nothing wrong with... There's nothing wrong with struggling a little bit. As long as you learn from it. Now, will I learn from it? That's debatable. I clearly didn't learn... After I said what colors I wanted to do my Voron, people are like, you wanted a 5-color Voron? I'm like, well, yeah, why not? They're like, you know that's a ton of colors, right? I'm like, no, it just sounds like fun. They're like, okay. I did not learn, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I did not learn. But we had a ton of fun doing it, so there's that. Okay, okie dokie. We gotta go through and wire this stuff up. These, I mean, PE is just PE, protected earth. Neutral stays on. These two go there. Contextual clues are telling me that this belongs in here. Okay. And further contextual clues are telling me that these wires potentially need to go all the way over there. Yeah, for the bed, it looks like we're just switching, looks like we're just switching hot. It looks like neutral is going to be, connected the whole time, which makes sense. It makes sense. Nothing is wrong with that. Remember, kids, make sure that your connections here are tight. Don't strip the screws, obviously, but you don't want them to be loose. Loose connectors will result in burned fittings, so don't freaking do that, okay? Okay. Glad that we have that result. Sorry, I'm trying to get all the wiring stuff put in where it belongs here, and I keep bumping the camera. Give me a second. I have to pull apart this mount thing. Wait, is my Loctite still out here? I think it is. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the webcam for a second. I wanna do something. All right, I think, is this number 3? No. Whatever. There's a thing on here that could absolutely use some Loctite, and I thought that my Loctite was out here. So I'm gonna real quick look for my Loctite, and I'm gonna Loctite one of the bolts on this, because my gosh, it can use some freaking Loctite. If I was making this, I just added GFCI to the DIN rail. You know, that doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna blame you for that. That's actually a pretty good idea. Wait, can this thing only like undo just a little bit? All right, so what I'm working on is I have a magic arm for the webcam. And it appears that maybe there's already some sort of thread locker on it. What the heck is this crap? Yeah, there was some crappy thread locker on it, but it clearly wasn't working. So we're gonna do something real quick. We're gonna fix some stuff. I just got a bunch of threads in here that are covered in what looks like PVA glue. So I want to fix this because it is annoying, ever-loving crap. I mean, have you seen Adam Savage's camera bendy mount? I do like that. It's a gooseneck mount would be like the technical term, or I guess like the term that you would search for. They are not cheap. Like, good ones. I just love that, like, for such a big YouTube channel, what do they film on? iPhones. You know? It's like, man, I've been putting some time and effort into our video rig, what we're taking and why, and all of that nonsense. And what I've realized is I'm probably taking way too much camera gear for the type of work that we do. Grant, you brought out your Loctite. You probably didn't put it away. So, where did you put it? Aha! Loctite. Mad Cat says, if I need notes taken, tell me specifically. Chris isn't here today. Thank you. I did see that in the Discord. I appreciate you guys communicating with each other and helping out on this. For those that don't know, a lot of our fans end up being mods because, you know, they just get to the point where they're reasonably trustworthy. They're still degenerates from time to time, but they're reasonably trustworthy degenerates. Gonna put some blue on there because that's what I got handy. This is JB Weld. It's not technically Loctite, but same, really. I just don't want this thing coming out again. It's really, really annoying. But yeah, I have seen Adam Savage's little gooseneck arm, and I think it's really freaking cool, personally. I do. I would love to do a setup like that, and maybe we will. Maybe we will. Yeah, I'm constantly surprised about the ingenuity of others, and it's always fun to see how different people approach different challenges, right? Like, that's literally what this industry is all about. It's about, you know, how you approach challenges and what those look like, you know? At least that's how I see it. All right, I can turn the webcam back on. Thank you for putting up with that tangent. Making sure that we have video. We do. Wunderbar. This is very similar to his. Not as nimble, but for my use case, it is plenty adequate and gets the job done. Good enough for the girls I go out with, if you will. All right, now I have more wiring to do. I gotta put in that wiring. I love Inheritance Machining's camera rig. What is that? I'm not aware of their camera rig. Can you describe it to me, F? Baby2 says, I think Tested did use proper cameras for a long time, but then human malware happened, and they just kept using iPhones. Yeah, that was my understanding too, that they used to have like a full film crew, but once human malware happened, Adam realized he could do basically all of it himself, and being a, TV persona and expert and all of that, yeah, he's actually uniquely qualified to do that kind of stuff. So I'm here for it. I think they do a phenomenal job with their post-processing, their editing, and all of that. I do. I think the Tested crew does really, really nice work. A roof. Oh, I think I've seen that one where it's got the channels and he can just like move the camera along the rails on his ceiling. I think I've seen that one. And if so, I totally agree with you. There's not a chance we ever do that. That is well beyond my... Guys, I am struggling to build a Voron here. That stuff is way beyond my comprehension. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna stick to being a semi-crappy content creator. No, I did see his rig though, and I think it is freaking sweet. Cause yeah, that's someone that that is someone that put like a lot of time, effort, and energy into building their rig. I have like a ceiling mounted thing here. It's just a rack. I can show you guys in a second. It's kind of jank, but it's how I have my microphone out of shot all the time in here when I'm not wearing a lot, which I'm not wearing a lot. Yeah, here, let me show you. Let me show you what we did in here. That's what we did. We use a, I had a spare wire rack shelf. There are bolts. It'll be easier to see from here. There are bolts going through it. There's the cardboard is here because when I turn these lights on, which I'm not going to do, it'll blow out the camera, I want the light to go out into the garage rather than back toward me. I've got this crappy softbox above me. This is the microphone that you guys are hearing me on. This one here, this is the mic you hear me on. This is the top-down camera. And then we have a second mount here for ancillary audio. So this is an ancillary audio mount. So when we're filming out here, I can have a microphone pointed directly at me, like a shotgun mic or something like that. It's jank. I can hang from this, theoretically. It's screwed into the rafters on the ceiling of my garage. So, yeah. That's a setup. It works. The only downside is it's very far back, and so I have very limited room back here to move. So at some point, I probably need to push all of this forward, like maybe a foot. And I might be able just to like lengthen and shorten some of the cables to make that happen. I haven't gotten that far just yet. But it's worked. So like, here, let me give you an idea. I turn off the soft boxes. Now the only light is the light in front of me. These are the shop lights. So I get some light going back, but I get a lot of it going forward. I don't need two of those lights dumping onto my table. But you notice I don't have a key light anymore. It works. And the switch is up on the thing, which I can grab. So I just have two old cheapy soft boxes. They use them as key lights. They're not high CRI. but it's good enough. It gets the job done. I care a lot about lighting. I'm not very good at it, but I care about it. I care more about audio out here. So we've got, it's a Blue Yeti clone. It's still a Yeti. It's Behringer's Bigfoot. Main camera is an Insta360 Link 4K. It used to be a Sony a6000, but I really do like the Link 4K. I actually think it is more usable for me as a streamer than the a6000. This webcam is a C922 from Logitech. Top-down camera is a Canon Vixia HFR 800. Every single thing except the Logitech webcam were all bought used. You can buy the Vixias, and they're great. The nice thing about the Canon Vixia, I know I'm going to things that just don't matter for this stream, but the nice thing about the Canon Vixia, it has real optical zoom, okay? It's like, that's still full resolution. It's real optical zoom. And that has a lot of value if I'm working on something and I want to get close. I don't have to just keep cropping in digitally. I can just zoom in on it. So I still think the Vixia is probably one of the better top-down cameras on the market for the money. You can get them for less than $100 on Facebook. Anything between, you can get a power supply for them. I keep a backup battery in them, so if my power supply dies, the battery will run. And they have clean HDMI out, which means you can just pull an HDMI cable from them and run that to a capture card. So, yeah. Karen says stream's gone funny for her. It's fine here. Refresh it, I guess. But, alright. Back on subject. We're tangenting like crazy. I don't want to put the bed on yet. Like, I think that's like the last thing I really want to do. Alright, now it's probably time to do the strip lighting here. So we got... Uh-oh. Got some strip lights here. They have a bunch of crazy mounts that we printed up for them. And it looks like... Yeah. Go down here. But I stupidly already ran my Tech Flex, so I'm going to put them down here. I don't think it's going to change anything. So I just have to remember that throughout the build, that it is ever so slightly different. We are going to have some fun. I'm fairly certain. Are these the right? These may not be the right things. Hold the phone. Right? These should be. Yeah. These are them. Right? These are the pieces for the LED strip lights, right? I think they are. I'm fairly certain they are. All days of the megapixel wars of digital cameras. Yeah, that Vixia's like 1.4, but that's what 1080p is. Post-its. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But that's maybe because I'm forgetting what I'm saying. I think these are the ones for the LEDs. But why do they all have these little end pieces? Where are the ones for the... Is this supposed to go over, like, each individual LED? Let me see. It might. Goes over each pair of LEDs, it looks like. That's gonna be weird. But I guess theoretically that's how they're supposed to go. Wait. I might have messed things up. There might be some ones that are reversed. Hold on. let's move some things here and let's take a look together. So, those are all the pieces that I printed. Oh, hold on. The Q1 Pro just stopped. Why did you... Oh, you're cold, too. You are running a brand new memory card. What the heck? Something is wrong with the Q1 Pro. Dang, man. It stopped. It just crashed. And I cannot reset it. We're going to have to power cycle it. I thought we were through this problem. But I guess not. Well, good thing I didn't film Print Fix Friday yet. You know what I'm adding in there? This is a brand new printer, for the most part. Shouldn't have these problems. So, we'll be able to talk about it. I gotta reboot the printer, hold on. That's really weird, dude. That's really freaking weird. I don't know how long it's been like messed up for. It's probably afraid of the dark. It didn't like you messing with the lights. It shouldn't have a problem with it. It was cold in there, so it's been off for a minute. That sucks, man. It's like the 4th time it's done this to me. I thought it was the USB flash drive, but apparently it's not. We'll figure that one out. Give me just a second. I want to get that one back up and rolling here. So I got stuff to do. Yeah, the bed is at 50C. Dang. It says the USB is empty. That's a brand new... There it is. That is so weird. It is a brand new SanDisk USB flash drive. There it goes. We're gonna try it again. Let's see what happens. See if that fixes it. Alright, so the reason I wanted to do this is I think some of these are going to be different. At least I hope they are. Because if some of them aren't different, I have royally screwed up. And I've printed the wrong stuff. Can someone confirm for me? I'm fairly certain that these are the pieces for the LEDs. But it looks like all of mine go the same way. And I have a feeling that that's not right. Have a feeling that they're supposed to be a mix. Some regular, some mirror. I think I messed this one up. Bammy says I can't find it in the manual. It might be in the LDO specific manual. Let me see. It's in the LDO wiring guide. It says print the bar clips from the print guide and mount them at the top left and right extrusions. That is not helpful. LDO. Yeah, that doesn't really help me. Bummer. Okay. Here's remember to mount using this printed part. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Whoops. Get that back up. Yeah, these are the pieces for it, but it looks like there's supposed to be some that are mirrored, maybe. And am I just too stupid and I did them all like this when some of them were supposed to be backwards? I was going to have a whole pattern. There's going to be a joke to this. But I think I did this all wrong. Oh no. I think I did it all wrong. Although I guess what is right on one side is wrong on the other, so... That one, F says, how many manuals does it take? Well, it depends. If you're building a regular Voron, just the one. But if it's an LDO, LDO has an addendum that they add on to it. We might just skip the LED wiring for now. Let me see if there is LED wiring in here. Also, shout out to Kali for printing me this beautiful manual for the Trident. And then signing it for me at Smurf, dude. Super freaking cool guy. Yeah, I don't, base plus LDO plus hot end plus addendums. Well, the LDO has addendums. Yeah, pretty much yes. I've got so many leftover pieces. I'm very confused. Are you gonna print? What's going on? Oh, chamber seating. Okay. Dang. I don't know. Am I just stupid? I could just be really stupid. Oh, wait. These don't even fit. What? These don't even fit. What are these for? These don't fit into the rails. So what are these printed parts for? I thought they're supposed to snap in here, but... They don't. They just fall right out. Like, they're not held in at all. What are these for? Mount the LED strip, but they don't work. They don't stick into anything. Like, they're not held in. They don't clip in like you would expect them to. They just kind of fall out. I'm not mounting it with VHB. Is it really supposed to be mounted with VHB? I'm not putting super glue on this frame. I'm not going to do that. But I think... Hey guys, I think I screwed up. Is it just one at each? No, I only have one side. I am so confused right now. Can somebody please help me with this? Like, please? So you glued a bunch of these together. So are they all just like this? with like one LED. They should snap in snugly. They don't. They fall right out. Like, they don't at all. So they all go just like this. They're not somehow supposed to line up like that. Because I feel like they should line up like that. One diode per plastic part. Okay. Alright. Well, they don't fit anyways, so thanks, Bamboo. Your dimensional accuracy is amazing. Heat gun and bend them. I'm not doing that. This is printer dimensional accuracy problems. So, that's Bamboo. Alright, so these are effectively trash. I don't want to throw them out, but they don't fit, and I really don't want to sit here and bend them, so we're moving past the LEDs. We don't need the LEDs to run the damn printer, so we're moving past it. Is it time to put the bed on? It might be. No, it's not. I have to put those cables. I gotta run the cables to the control board. All right. I think I'm gonna flip the printer around again. Let me flip the printer around. Right? Yeah, because I have to get over there to that side. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I gotta get over to this side with those cables. So we're doing nozzle probe. No. Don't bother pinging them. It's all good. It's not their fault. They would fit nicely on the top rail. I mean, well, yeah, if they don't have any way to fall out. Bob in California is asking, are Diamondback nozzles worth it? I mean, I think they are. I think they are. But, you know, you have to weigh if spending $100 on a nozzle is worth it to you. To me, the peace of mind knowing that I'm not really going to ever have to replace it is a pretty big deal. So, for me it is. Popo Banana says, isn't it always Steve's fault? Well, I would normally blame Steve here. However, I think that this is a printed part model. It might be a Bamboo thing. It might be that the files are not right. I don't know the answer to that question. But something ain't right. What I know is something ain't right. So my intention is to figure out what ain't right and why. Oh man, it's the cables aren't long. Pull some more out of it. Sorry, this is like Grant attempting to concentrate here. I know it's boring. All right, let me see. So the bed tool head and nozzle probe. So I can kind of see where orange is the tool. It's this. I assume it is. The other one says the Z-stop. Yeah. So this appears. It goes right. Beautiful. Then the Z-stop goes in number 3, it looks like. Yeah, that might make sense. Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to do this reasonably clean. So I hate myself less in the future. You know? You really don't like it when past you hates... Or when future you hates past you. So I am actively trying to avoid that. It is an LDO kit, DWIT. It's a Rev A kit. I've had it for a minute. It's not my intention for this to take as long as it has. I had committed early on to using the bamboo to print this, and as a lot of you know, I have had suboptimal results with my first 2 Bamboo Lab 3D printers. So it took a bit. Not much you can do when it's outside of your control. Live neutral ground. I got all those in the right spots. Beautiful. I did it right without even thinking about it. Hell yeah. Let's go. That's always a good feeling when you get something right. And like you weren't even really trying, you know? I'm sure I'm not the only one that knows that. It's a good feeling, my dudes. Feeling of knowing you're a little smarter than you were. I'd like to believe that every now and then I'm a little smarter than I've been. Why is this stop falling? All right. Love building these kits so much. Much so, I finished. Didn't like the cost, I took it apart and rebuilt it. Wow. I give you credit, brother, because I couldn't have done that. Not a chance. Not a snowball's chance in hell I could have done that. It hasn't been a bad build, to be clear about that, but I'm not putting it in my top 10 things of 2024 at the moment. I've also struggled a lot, and I don't know. I always worry that my struggles are from stuff that doesn't really exist, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Like like an imposter syndrome style of struggle, but on top of it, sit here for a bit. On top of it, streaming all of this is a lot of work. You figure on average, our streams are 2.5 to 3 hours. And this is number 9. You know, so we're in this at least 36 hours. Give or take. It's fun. But I think I'm gonna take a break after Rocky Mountain from doing Voron stuff. So, you know, that's why I want to get it running before we leave. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble breathing. It's like I'm breathing, but I'm very lightheaded at the moment. So, give me just a second. I don't know why, but that's life. Yeah, live does make things a lot harder. I mean, I don't know. It looks like apparently the Raspberry Pi is supposed to get power. But I'm not using that same Pi. So I'm using an OG Pi 3B. This is the 5-volt and ground thing that it needs. But my Pi uses micro USB in. This has a USB port. Am I able to just use the USB port on the Octopus to power the Pi? And unfortunately, I'm using a Pi 3. So the quite lovely right angle USB-C will not work for me. Unless that's data from the Pi to the Octopus. If that's the case, then yes, I have. Maybe that's what that's for. Something like, yeah. This might actually fit in the power the Pi over the GPIO pins, from what I know. I really don't want to do that. I'm going to be straight with you. I don't want to do that. My Pi has a 5-volt micro USB in. That's what I'd rather do. I understand that might be a less than approved way, but I don't... Is this the right friggin' way? No, it's not. Dang it, Bobby. Dang it. Yeah, that has to be like that. That sucks. Let's see if that worked for a little bit. So the strain relief isn't hating me too much. Does the kit have the power through GPIO adapter? I assume that's what this is. That's what I assume this is. And it's got this cable, which says it goes to the Pi. But the Pi that it shows in the photo has wire ferrule inputs. Mine does not, because my kit did not come with a Pi. I provided my own. So, I'm curious. Can I use this USB port to power the Pi? Because I'm not doing it over GPIO. I'm sorry. No, we're not going to be doing that. One, I don't trust myself. Two, if this USB port is enough to power a Pi 3 Model B, then I'm just gonna go get a cheapy micro USB port and do it that way. Because in my world, that's ideal. The USB-C port on the Octopus provides data to the Octopus from the Pi. You can use the Octopus's USB-A port to provide power. That's my theory. It's not a guarantee. Don't believe we can supply the current. Well, that would suck. Well, we'll find out. I'll have to get a micro USB. Oh, it's a CAN bridge port. We kind of want that. We kind of want that. You know, you really should be able to power Pis via the USB-A ports. That'd be kind of cool. I will install this just to have it in its place. It goes there. But currently I'm not 100% agreeing with its placement. And I'm certainly not agreeing with just shoving connectors on a GPIO. That's not what we're going to be doing. So. I'm just checking. That's an Octopus Pro board. I don't know. It just says Octopus on it. I'm going to assume the answer to that is no. I honestly don't know. I can check the Octopus box. Just said it's an Octopus. I don't think it's a Pro. Oh, there's my bed Pro. I was looking for that. Still one of the coolest little things for this machine. It goes right there. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm not feeling very well. I'm very dizzy and I'm having trouble like getting air in. My back brace is low enough that it shouldn't be impeding on my breathing. I might just be really dehydrated. So I'm gonna go get a glass of water. I want you guys to go get some water too. When was the last time you had a drink of water? You should go get yourself a drink of water. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What do we see? Take a break, have a drink. Tea counts, right? And a cookie. Actually, I stepped inside. I felt a lot better. I think it's the ABS. I think it's the ABS that we're printing. I think it's just it's really smelly. I think it's giving me a headache. So. Yeah, and DeWitt's right. And the talking sounds odd, but a 2 to 3 hour stream involves a lot of talking and moving. It does. Yeah, like building a printer is hard. Building a printer live. That's way harder. I gotta find the fan wire. So that's my next step. I gotta find the wiring for the fan. Or fans. PCB fan. There are extension cables for this, right? What do we got? This has got to be it, right? Do we have 2 of these or just 1 of these? Filter fan! Crap, that's not what we need. LED strip. I don't need that. This is PCB fan. Hey, that's PCB fan. Oh, do I use one of these connectors? I might. Yeah, it does. Okay. They go into a thing that's mounted up here. So they go into one of these boards that is mounted up here, which means we have a printed part somewhere. Is this it? No. Couldn't be. No. I don't know if that's one. This is the electronics bay bin. But I'm not seeing those parts. So how, pray tell, do I mount this little PCB? That's not obvious either. Yeah, I had to do the invert electronics, or this build was not going to be possible without the invert electronics bay, so it's got to be done. I wonder. I guess I'm confused as to how I mount. Yeah, I don't. It just says that there's a PCB, but it doesn't say how to mount it. Is it these? Yeah, it must be these. I think it's this. It's gotta be this. Definitely this. Okay. It's blue, which is a little bit off for the brand, but whatever. Not gonna worry about it. Do we use the slide nuts or do we use the normal T-nuts? I think. Does it come with normal T-nuts? What PCB are you trying to mount? I found the one for the fan. I could just bucket. Like there's a part of me that just says, oh, we'll tap 24 volts, we'll bucket down to 5. But oh god. Oh, I caught it. I caught it in my legs. I got a bunch of T-nuts in my legs. That's, you all can enjoy that. That's you all can enjoy that joke, but I dropped the entire open bag of M3 T-nuts into my lap. I did catch it. Are we good? We didn't drop any on the floor. Let's go. Never a dull day around here, is there? It's never a freaking dull day around here. Alright, I'm just going to start making up what screws I put in here because there aren't instructions. So, I don't know. These M3x8s look like I got a lot of them. So we're going to use those. These nuts. That didn't take very long. It's also what she said. Okay. There. Just gonna go with the regular T-nuts. I don't want to, don't want to do anything too crazy. Magnetic trays are a godsend. Well, didn't know that before we started. And by the time we realized it, it was too late. So what did we do about it? Not a gosh darn thing. Such is the American way. We noticed a problem too late, so we did nothing to solve it. Okay, one wire out for the PCB fan. That's actually quite a nice little setup. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a nice little setup there. We tried nothing and we were all out of ideas. Ain't that the damn truth? PCB fan goes to PD12. PD12. It's J52. Right there. So it's number 1, 2, 3. That goes right. Means, I actually think that we have, yeah, we can cable manage this. We can cable manage this. Let's go. Beautiful. All right. I love it, man. I do feel like the octopus is a bit overboard for this build. But, I don't know. Wait, does the LDO kit come with an input shaping kit? Yes. Does that power the Pi? No. Like the stream if you haven't. Watching me ride the struggle bus. Filter fan, right, we never did that yet. we probably need to do that. So let's go to the LDO thing. It's got a whole thing for the Nevermore mod, which we're going to look at doing. This is all that I printed. I don't think I printed the entire Nevermore kit. Did I deliberately not print the entire Nevermore kit? Am I stupid? I want to answer that question. I definitely didn't do the Nevermore kit. I don't have those files. Dang. Okay, so I have this. I don't know what the hell this is, but I have this. That's an enclosure vent. Who wants that? Why do people want to vent enclosures? I bet you this thing is vented. It stopped again. What the hell? Cheaty! Why? Why does your printer do this? Why? It's off. I don't... That is a brand new, out of the box. Alright, I will deal with this later. I cannot be arsed to deal with this right now. Whatever, man. Cheaty, you're getting a nice little feature in Print Fix Friday, because I don't understand it. Unless your machine is killing micro SD card, or is killing USB drives, I don't know why that's occurring. That is really frustrating. That sucks. I actually have work I need to do on that printer, but we're not gonna run that today. All right, so that goes on the back panel. Looks like Grant's gonna get ghosted by Cheaty too. Well, you know what? If a company's gonna ghost me because their product breaks things, that's not on me. That's on them. Right? Like, I put a brand new name brand bought from the company USB drive in it that was formatted correctly, that has literally, like, there's that same file that I was trying to print ran 2 more times. It clearly has worked before. Why is it not working now? I don't get this printer. It's like you can only run a file twice before it corrupts the file. I don't understand that. I want to like that printer. Like, in theory, it should not be a bad printer, but you can't just stop printing parts. For what reason? We're not losing power. It's on a battery backup. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, and I'm bummed. Alright, we probably still need to at least run... Is this all wiring? No. We probably need to run the wiring for the fan in before a single loose power wire. That's not on me, man. I installed their printer. I set it up. I did the thing. I don't really want to do the panels yet until it's... The panels, to me, are literally the last thing that we do. Like, the printer needs to be running before I put panels on. Oh, okay, that's the rear Bowden tube adapter. That gets some heat sets. Well, it needs heat sets. I guess we can do that. I'm just like, I don't really know what else I can do right now. to be honest with you guys, like, I'm kind of getting a little frustrated between the LEDs, the damn cheaty not working correctly for reasons that are well beyond my understanding. So, I don't know. It's been a rough couple of days, to say the least. It's been a rough couple of days. I'm sorry. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do the heat sets for that. The fan that comes with it. I don't know where I put it. Try one more time with the cheat. Like, I wish the cheaty would give me an error log, but it doesn't. Although it does have a log file. Right? Nope, system works properly. Where did I see... System message? No. After sales? No. Check for updates. No. Sorry. Cleaning off the build plate. Alright. We'll try it one more time, but it failed in exactly the same way that it failed last time. I'm not exactly holding up any faith here. I have no clue where I can get log files from this machine. Does it not log anything? No, I don't want to restore factory. Alright. Whatever. Do I have the Nevermore? I guess I don't. I thought I did, but I don't. So no Nevermore for me. I think that makes us Nevertheless, right? We're not Nevermore, we're Nevertheless. Is that accurate? You're going to keep this try and do yourself a favor and get a beacon probe. I am looking at that big tree tech one. I'm going to talk with Luke at Rocky Mountain, the one that fits where the Omron one goes right now. So, yeah, I'm not going to deal with the Nevermore right now. It is not that big of a deal. Copy the G-code off the card, delete, copy back on the card. Should be in a different physical location on the card, and that might help. Dude, there's literally nothing else on that card. The only thing that is on that card is that G-code file. There's nothing else on it. Schrodinger's SD card. It is a USB flash drive. Yes, same. Get what you're saying. Couple of theirs. Two go up into there. Okay. 2 more on the backside. D-West has been pretty good at getting those in vertical. I don't know, man. But it's a printed part. It'll move around. It will move around as needed. I didn't want to do one of the stealth press kits. We were debating on it. We ultimately decided against it because I didn't feel that it was a common enough thing that a newbie would do when they're building something like this. I just want to make sure that there's no more that's where the exhaust fan goes. Alright, it just goes on to that's not the right board. It's weird. Just make sure. Alright. I'm gonna bring you guys back up to 1 here. Do I have those parts? No. I don't have the LDO parts for that, the Nevermore. So, Mad Cat, if you can put on there that I need to print the Nevermore stuff. Although, I'm not, I'm honestly not certain that I have all the electronics for the Nevermore kit. I'm not sure if the Rev A actually comes with the Nevermore kit. I need to also readjust this here. It feels like it's too low. It is too low. Sorry, I know it's not attractive to watch somebody adjust a back brace, but I'm trying not to get hurt too bad on stream. All right. Going over to the USB, it says it's empty. I don't understand why when you first start this machine that it says the USB is empty. It's not. It's a brand new USB drive. Oh, that's so frustrating. I wonder if just the connection is not right. Could be. I'm gonna let that load in for a second. Sure. Top webcam was applying some unnecessary censorship. The other camera. Oh, you guys didn't even see that. Okay, right? No, you're on camera 1. You can see that. Yeah, DeWitt says he built it but never used it. Yeah, I don't. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can reflash the firmware on this, because I have the latest firmware. Printing with an enclosure can cause high temperatures. It's fine. It's what I want. It's ABS. I want high temperatures. All right. I think we're pretty much done with the electronics bay, right? We're missing the LEDs, which I guess at this point I'm kind of gonna have to. Whoops. I'm gonna have to spread these connectors apart. Oh no. No, all we could see is your arms moving. Oh yeah, because the top down was in the way. The top down was in the way. Okay. I feel like There's like all these extra parts still. All right, I'm gonna go to the panels. Skirts are already on. We got that done. We're gonna panels. I think we're gonna wait until next week. But I just want to make sure there's like no heat sets needed, and it does not appear any of these use heat sets. So there really is just a lot of leftover parts, isn't there? Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we can put the heat sink dinguses on the stepper motors. We can get that done. Or on the drivers. There's a generous amount of spare parts. Dude, there are so many spare parts, it's making me question if I've missed anything major. I recognize that we're not 100% done yet, right? I recognize that there is still quite a bit to do here. But the bulk of it appears to be panels. And then software. The panels I am not going to do before Rocky Mount. My hope is that next week we can kind of mostly dedicate to doing software. F says enough leftovers for a second. No chance. No chance. Panels take a fair amount of screws and T-nuts. That's fine. For right now, we're not going to bother with the panels. They're going to really screw up the ability to film. So I'd rather have an open concept, if you will, for this machine. I was told very clearly... Oh, that's going to piss people off. Those aren't perfect, but neither am I. I was told to not bother with some of this stuff if I don't have to. Sorry, I've got a lot of notifications. Give me a second. Give me a second. I just need to make sure... Chris Young says I have this. Hammerheads for panels. Yuck. Yeah. I do get that. And I'm sorry. What else was I looking at? I needed to look at something in Discord. Give me just a second. I got pinged and I wanted to verify. Irrelevant. Alright, so we're not going to be doing panels live. I guess, do we have to do the bed now? I guess we have to, right? We're at this point where we should probably do the bed. No, Steve, it's not done yet. The LEDs are giving us trouble because the mounts don't fit. They're too small. and which is fine. They're just LEDs. It's no big deal. What's the other thing that we're dealing with? I forget the other thing that we're dealing with. We're dealing with something else. What's my other problem? I forget. I don't know. I feel like I'm too stupid to answer questions right now. I'm like also troubleshooting the cheaty Q1 Pro at the same time because it keeps failing prints. Loctite on the panel screws helps the hammerheads work way better. Noted. Yes, Pi Power. Joseph Griner says Pi Power. He's right. It is. Yeah, I'm having an issue with Pi Power. We don't have... Oh, wait. Magka says I was up way too late last night. Magka doesn't... I saw almost 6 a.m. last night. I don't like being threatened by people. I now need to mount 3x25. So oh yeah, and then the I've got the adapter boards for the hot end, but I didn't get the right connectors for it. If I still can't get the right connectors by next week, I'm dead soldering to them, and that's it. I'll fix it later. You know, just use the included hardware, as it has a fuse, so it's safe. But if Grant wants to change it, that's fine. No, there's no fuse. I don't know. There's no fuse in it. Not that I'm aware of. So Steve, mixed reviews, I would say. Right now, we're at a mixed review standpoint. Text says yes, there are two board. These here, but those are 15 amp. If my Pi is drawing more than 15 amps, my Pi is drawing more than 4 amps, we have a problem. There should be 2 boards. There are not. There are no... The only board that I have left right now is for the LEDs. So this is the only board that we have left. It's for the LEDs. No other boards exist. So there's that problem. Missing the Pi hat board for power. No, we have that, but I don't have... My Pi doesn't use these... I have a real Pi. I have a real Pi 3B Plus. It uses micro USB as its input, so I might just have to grab an old micro USB cable, cut it, and then solder onto here. Do I have the accelerometer kit? Do I have the accelerometer kit? Check the ADXL box. Do I have it? Yes. Do I know where it is? Here's the LDO input shaper toolkit. Wait a minute. There's an adapter board in here. Why would it be in there? Yeah. That's gonna be it. And that likely goes right on those GPIOs. Of course, I don't know which ones it goes on. But yeah, okay. Go freaking figure. Somebody's calling the shop. Give me a second. Just a second. 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. Let them know I'm streaming. Alright. LDO ADXL kit instructions have placement for it. Sweet. Alright, let's find the addendum for the ADXL. I don't see it. Dang it! Is it in the wiring docs? Maybe. Nope. Where is it? Find me where you go. I don't see it. It looks like it's on the it's on the rear GPIOs. Under Raspberry Pi connections. Okay. Man, that's where I was looking. Am I too stupid to see it? Did I just scroll right past it? You all tell me to look up, but literally I am, I only have one monitor. Inprint Shaper Toolkit page. Okay, I can do that. Yep, it is. It's on the rear GPIOs. Okay, it goes right now. Right now. Sweet. Alright, that means we can do it this way. Dope. I'm just too stupid to see what I need to look at. Yeah, the photo kind of allowed me to deduce it, but it's nice to see it there. We'll say, man, not the easiest stuff to figure out, I'll tell you. Certainly not the worst, but not the easiest stuff to figure out. Not stupid. Tired and trying to go too fast. Well, fortunately, that is life sometimes. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna pull this off. We're gonna get these in. And then we're gonna put it back. Yeah, and guys, only mods can post links, which, and this is still pretty dangerous. Mods are dangerous in these parts. Oh, these are the backwards ones. Ugh. Backwards ones always screw me up. Where the thing tightens up rather than tightens down. No, you tell Steve, thank you. What? I'm confused, but thank you, Steve. Because I probably wouldn't have found that for a minute, and I would have just made my own damn cable. Which, in my defense, probably would have still worked. This is way easier. So thank you, Steve. Should have done it like Rolahan, co-op build. Steve builds, you comment in chat. Oh, man. But see, Steve's an expert. Steve's an expert at this, and I'm just not good. This is Steve's printer. Like, Steve designed this. So Steve better not have problems putting it together. It's his baby. All right. Sweet. That is the ADXL. It's the screws for it. That can go there. Dodge. Was very helpful. Nomad says, had me on stream, I will tell you everything wrong. Well, I think that puts you in the same boat that I'm in. I'm just doing everything wrong. I think we're going to skip the Nevermore because we don't have it. So, I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I think it's time for the dreaded bed. Yeah. Or do we wait to do that next week? What do you guys think? Do we do the bed next week or do we do it now? I can do it. Oh, you know what? We have to do the we have to do the magnet on it. So we should probably get that done today. Definitely look at doing the magnet. So let's... Oh, wait. The magnet is... You mount it, then the magnet goes on. Crap. Okay. Rip. What's going on? Can be done, but it's pain in the back. Yeah. You can magnet the bed out of the printer. How? Because they're... Yeah. How do you get the... is the magnet smaller? No. Magnet's the same size. And the magnet's not missing pieces. And... the bed bolts have to go in first. And get screwed down first. So the bed has to be on the printer. Unless I am stupidly missing something. I mean, I guess I could just put holes in the magnet. I don't really want to. Could. Trim the screw areas. I cut holes in the magnet. You can cut screw holes. Alright. Is that official? Is Steve still here? Can we do that? If that's official, and we can do that, then we're going to put the magnet on now. Everyone is saying cut screws, cut screws, cut screws. So, yes. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna take you to view 2. Bop boom. That way you guys get the peel. Steve says yes. So remember the adage of this stream. We take no personal responsibility. We blame Steve Builds for everything that goes wrong. And that's because we love Steve Builds. And if you're not subscribed to Steve Builds, you should go get subscribed to Steve Builds. That's how this works. Alcohol. And just go through and wipe all the BS off of this plate, or as much as we possibly can. It's never going to be perfect. You do your best. And, oh, hey, you find that you have a cut on your hand. This is burning a little bit. Jeez. And so this should remove a lot of the grease and the oil and stuff that's on the plate. Yeah, we're gonna... Alright, I feel like there might be a trick to doing this that I'm not aware of. First off, I want to separate the magnet and the spring steel sheet. I want to separate those two. I feel like the trick might be to get it, like, aligned and then, like, peel a corner. Cut finder mode initiated. Yeah. This is what I want to do. I think... want to kind of get everything aligned up. Want to stick this edge down. Want to pull off this other edge. Want to stick it down. Oh, it doesn't flex enough to just do that. Okay. Alright, well, we gotta do a whole section. Like laying down vinyl. Well, it's a little bit thicker than vinyl. Oh no, that's not right. I pushed it down. Don't do that. Peel it up. Peel it up. Ah! Okay, I'm reasonably happy. Peel an edge, fold under. That's kind of like what I did, but... Of course, this whole thing actually matters quite a bit. Well, it's not very straight, but that's okay. I can trim it up. It will forever piss me off, but that's okay. Yeah. It's got a case of being a little cattywampus. But, only you and I will know. That's why you should like the stream. Only exposed to inches. Exactly what I did. And then I got it set. I couldn't tell. Dude, it's like a quarter of a millimeter, but it's enough that I can like feel it, and it will forever upset me. But don't worry. The only ones that know are us girls. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put the plate back on it. Voron people, how do you align your plates? How do you align your plates when you put it on there? Trim, won't feel. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. The nice thing is this needs some time to cure and set anyways. We can't really, well, oh yeah, so the reason I'm doing this now is this will help keep the magnet flat on the sheet. I'm just gonna upset everybody by touching it. It's been outside of my garage, it's been dirty. But This will help keep the magnet flat in my head. And the magnet will need, like, at least a couple of hours. Minimally a few days. To cure. So, yeah. So freaking cool. So freaking cool. Steve said, member for 11 months at forgot the milestone chat. Hi. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for joining again. It's appreciated. If you guys do want to support, please do. YouTube channel memberships, Patreon, PayPal, all that fun stuff. $10 or higher gets you into the Discord. $5 or higher gets you into the outro credits of the main videos. Makano says, curing, question mark. I was pretty the day I got the Magnon. So the only reason that I'm saying that, and it could be completely wrong for FDM, but for SLA, for resin printers, you want to let the magnet cure to the print bed for like 3 days. So that was the only reason that I said that. It could be wrong for this. I guess with resin printers, you got a lot of force, so maybe that's a little bit different. Although that new Elegoo Saturn is interesting. I'm putting together kind of a roundup video of all the new printer releases because, like, brother, that's a lot of them. Every live stream until the end of time, we will ask you about the crooked magnet. You know what? It's good for engagement. I'll take it. I'll take it. Ugh. That hurts. All right. Plates back down. I don't want to bother with what the hell am I thinking? I don't want to bother installing it today. Still gonna get in the way. Upside down in liquid, best to let adhesives cure. Could be. Could be. Yeah. That said, the SLS Micron looks sick. It does, and unfortunately, we will not be one of the reviewers that get one. I've been working and talking with Henry. We are not a big enough channel. If I had an extra 0 for subscribers, we would be. But unfortunately, they only have like 10 review units, so TLDR, we're not cool enough, and you all should subscribe more. So bummer, but that's life. So which it really is a bummer for me, because like I feel like I'm one of the few not Stuff Made Here. Like, Stuff Made Here is a professional in the resin industry. He used to work for Formlabs, or in the powder industry, he used to work for Formlabs. But I'm probably one of the few content creators that actually has real powder experience. Like, there's a powder printer right off camera. Like, there's a 1,000-pound powder printer sitting off camera here. So yeah, unfortunately, no dice for us for the Micronix SLS printer, but I do like it. I'm a little skeptical. I'm going to be real with you. I think that $3,000 price point is... It's asking a lot. It's asking a lot at $3,000. So I worry that their costs are going to overrun very quickly. O'Connor says, darn, they should go off of views, not subs, IMO. Well, we probably still wouldn't hit that, because I think last month we only got like 100,000 views total. So, I mean, that's fine. That's good for a channel our size. I will take it. But yeah, like a good video for Joel's 100,000 views. You know what I mean? So Joel's likely getting. I know some of the others that are getting them, but unfortunately, well, I wasn't told I can't talk about it, but I have a feeling I shouldn't. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna mention it. I am working directly with Micronix My goal is to help them get the right people to help test their product. And if I'm not that person, I at least want to assist in helping them find the right markets and the right creators that fit what they're looking for their brand. If that's not me, that's okay. And he said, you know, we would love to get you one, but numbers are numbers. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I'm not... I can be bummed, but still understand at the same time. So that's not going to stop me from helping. I think that they've got a lot of... If their machine is actually any good, at $3,000, and that's a Kickstarter price, okay? So my assumption is $5,000 is going to be where it's going to stand outside of Kickstarter. But my assumption is if it is any good at all, that price point is going to be an absolute game changer. It would be. So, yeah. Texas signs up all bot accounts. Don't do that, please. They should go off views. I saw that. Ash says, I want to see a video on powder printing. So this is CJP. It's full color sandstone, so it's binder jetting. I don't really know. I don't know if that could be all that interesting, I guess. Okano says, I mean, let's be honest. 3,000 for probably single printer, the chamber, and a jug of powder. And they're going to bank off of selling chambers and materials. Yeah, the cake. So where all the powder goes. You can clean them out, but you shouldn't. Most people are going to want at least 2 chambers for the powder. At least 2 cake chambers. Hey, the printer just died again. It just died right now. It just died. I wonder if we're moving too fast. But unfortunately, it completely freezes up. And there's literally nothing I can do. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. The Q1 Pro is completely frozen. I wonder if I'm pushing it too fast and it's overheating. I don't know. They do have an open powder system, so you can use powder from whomever. So there is that. Q1 freezing despite the chamber heater. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't make the rules. I think most of the wiring is done. We're missing the wiring for the lights. We're gonna skip that for right now. And I don't have the right connectors for the tool head, so I can't get that done just yet. Are there fans on the main board? It sounds like there are. Sounds like there are. Problem with going 88 miles per hour, break the time barrier. And if you're talking about the Voron, it has 2 fans that blow air across, so it should be fine. You don't need a ton of air to cool main boards. You just need a little bit. But yeah, I'm not exactly certain, because we're not going to do panels on stream. I've decided that we're not going to do panels on stream. I guess I can add another link to each of these segments, but I think we're kind of getting to a point where I have to stop. So I think I'm running out of stuff to do here. Speaking of, hit that like button. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Mad Cat. Mad Cat, can I tell people the news? Is that okay? I'll let you decide, but if I can tell people the news, let me know. Oh, that's gonna suck to do. Mad Cat says, sure. Well, Mad Cat is our newest hire. So I've talked about Talked about looking for more staff. You know, this has been something that we've talked about in videos before. And he applied. He got the job. So Mad Cat is now going to be a technical writer with 3D Musketeers, which is super awesome. So you guys should congratulate him in the chat. But yeah, we are looking for hires right now. We are looking to expand our team, bring on new people, bring on more people. We are growing. Let's say right now, I would love a David Tobin. That's what I would love to have, my own David Tobin. But like a producer style would be a great role. But yeah, guys, give Mad Cat a congratulations in the chat. So Mad Cat's been a fan of ours for a while. He's always in the Discord, hanging out with us all the time, putting up with our BS. And we were just like off the cuff talking. It's like, you know, I bet I could do the writing thing. I said, well, here's a topic. Let's see. He did a pretty good job. So Mad Cat is the first hire. I think we're going to stick maybe with one for right now. We might end up with a second one, but for right now, definitely one. And we are going to be doing more written content. So you're going to see more, like, if we look at a printer here on the channel, you can bet that there will be a written article about it. That's the idea. So the idea is to have more content in ways that people can see it. There's not a lot of written form content out there. Tom's Hardware is pretty much one of the only ones that still does. Whoops. Tom's Hardware is still one of the few. Oh, that camera's been dead for a while. That still does written content. And so that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to say, you know what? We too can do written content. And then do written content. Oh crap, I put that in upside down. Let me fix that. So yeah, be fun. As Akana says, ooh, written 3D printing content is rare. Aside from bot content. Yeah. Yeah, big thing. We could use ChatGPT, and, you know, we might use it to kind of help us out every now and then. But, like, and that's just going to be to, like, SEO, fluff it up, make it sound a little bit better, clean it up where we might need some assistance. But otherwise, it's all handwritten. And, that is the goal. The goal is to provide you guys with more ways to get content. And no, it is not just a Discord-only thing where we hire from our Discord. He just happened to be talking about it, and it worked out. He did not get preferential treatment. Although I will say I had to ask him a lot less questions than I normally would because we hang out all the damn time. So, yeah. I think that is super cool. We're glad to have him on the team. F says finally someone who knows their stuff. I mean, hey, don't trust me. I got a Mad Cat. You feel me? Mad Cat says, I'm on the Discord right now. If you want to join us, $10 or higher Patreon, YouTube channel members, PayPal, and you can get in. Yeah, he's actually hanging out in the voice chat. This is not going in. Go in! Dang it. How difficult is it to go in the hole? I know. Complicated thing. Okano says, ooh, written content sure rare, apart from the bot sites. Zerna says, will you be letting us know what the printer of the year is now? Well, we're halfway through the year, dude. Not even. We're in Q. We just hit Q2. Or no, we're in Q1 still. No, Q2. We're in Q2. Okano says, or is regulated in tribal knowledge in the Discord. I mean, certainly if you want to get a behind-the-scenes look at everything that goes on at 3D Musketeers, how we do it, why we do it, some of the client interactions that we have, you can join the Discord. There's a whole channel where I just talk about, like, interesting phone calls that come in. Ones that are, like, absolutely not. Can't help you. What's the printer of Q1? It's not the Q1 Pro, I'll tell you that much. Got him. But, yeah. Where's that last link? There it is. Ashman says, yes, you are correct. Giga Technology Advisor. I don't know what I'm looking at. Candid Prol says, or GitHub. I don't know what you mean by GitHub. Oh, most 3DP content is Reddit. Oh, most written is on Reddit. Yeah, or GitHub. Got it. I see where we're at with that. Missed the heyday of real tech news sites. Glad to see you carrying the torch. Look, I'm not making any promises here, right? We might try it. It might not work. It might fizzle, and we might decide to abandon the project. And as Mad Cat knows, there is no guarantee here. We have our ways that we're debating on monetizing it at the moment. But, initially, there's not exactly a monetization strategy. So that can be a bit of a problem, like from a business standpoint. Without a monetization strategy, you are, well, you're putting yourself in potential deep doo-doo, right? Oh God, don't fall out. Don't you do that to me. Not today. Play this friggin' game with me, man. But yeah, we don't exactly have a monetization strategy just yet. We're working on it. But we have to have content out there before we can look at monetization strategies, in my opinion. Some people will disagree with that, but I want to see if the content actually gets eyes. I mean, obviously, affiliate links are going to be a way for that, but I don't know if there's any further monetization strategies that we'll be looking at, like, ads and that kind of stuff. Nobody likes that kind of thing, but we have people to pay. We have bills to pay. We have the company to run. And ultimately, business is here to make money. It's not a charity. So yeah, expect some written content from us in the near future. Very, very excited for this, and I know Mad Cat is too. I'm glad that he's on the team. 4 times a year instead of just 1 time a year. We've thought about that, but now that we're making only 2 videos a month, 2 main channel videos a month, basically we have 1 regular channel video. So what? Every 3 months we get 6, so we get 5 main channel videos and then a review video of my top printer for that quarter. Like, I don't know. The printer of Q1 fixed Bamboo A1. Well, it didn't come out. The fixed Bamboo A1 did not come out in Q1 of 2024. So that's not. I still. And it's actually it was Tom's Hardware showing off the A1 as their top printer of 2023 when it had only been out for 2 weeks. That's what kind of was like, all right, this is ridiculous, right? This doesn't feel right. Things don't feel right with this. I want to do better. So we said, screw it, we're going to do better. And it was just a matter of finding the right people to do better with us. Because I don't believe that a machine that's been out for 2 weeks has had enough testing to be named best printer of the year. And, well, it aged like fine milk. That machine had a worldwide recall. So, if it's fixed, could it be a better printer? It could be. But in my professional opinion, a machine that has had a nationwide or a worldwide recall for being a fire hazard, and the fix that was proposed by the company to solve the fire hazard does not solve the fire hazard, so you have to replace the bed. If that didn't exist, that machine would certainly be higher up on my list. But because it does exist, it brings into question the build quality of their other machines in like a reviewing standpoint. Macca says, Zerno, I don't need to use GPT. I learned the old-fashioned way. It's true, he did. How about LLM based solely on you and your cats? That's a good one. ChatGPT is great if you have to push a lot of BS quickly. It is, but we're not here for that, right? We might use it to make sure that we have the right terms in there for SEO, but yeah, don't use AI to write your articles and things like that. Google sees right through it. Dan, 3D Prints UK says, have you seen the Sobel 8? Looks good. I reached out to Sobel. They're out of review units, or that's what I'm told. So they're going to get me one of the next batch. I haven't watched any videos on it. Yesterday and the day before were pretty busy for me. But from my understanding, Nero has had a very rough experience with it. And Nero is on the Voron design team, so I'm inclined to trust his opinion on this. I don't know exactly what level of problems he's had with it, but I saw that he called it kind of an unpolished, unfinished project. And for an end-use product, yeah, that's a problem. At the $600 price point, like, I get it. But I also don't get it, because Sobel is going to be designing their stuff after, like, first-timers and that kind of thing. I think if they can keep it under $600 retail, which I think it's just going to be $600 pre-order, like $599 pre-order, and retail be somewhere near $600, I think it might be a decent printer, but as Nero said, they're having issues with software. The hardware seems okay at best. Ash is still waiting on the Prusa video. Yep, me too. It's in editing at the moment. It's going to take a while. Yeah, Joseph Griner says, I would say it looks interesting, too early to say good. I would agree with that. Texatech says, it's the most memorable printer of the year. I don't. Okay. Hobo Banana says, my P1S hasn't caught fire yet, so therefore, best printer of Q1. That's not how that works. Okano said, I would suppose that supplementing YouTube content with written could also be a good way via YouTube ads. Maybe written is script plus extra, just generic ads could be worthwhile if site gets traction. We might look at doing that stuff, but right now, the goal is that, you know, like, there will be a article written about building a Voron as a first-timer, right? That will be an article. And that's going to come at, from my perspective, someone that has never built a machine to this level before. You know, that's this complicated. And I know the 2.4 is more complicated, and the smaller ones even get more complicated than this. But there will be an article written about it that will link to the entire live stream playlist. The idea is that the written content pushes into YouTube. When the written content is done after the YouTube video is out, then we add the written content to the description of the YouTube video so that there's ways for people to find both should they be looking for it. Yeah. Zerna says, best paper on printer of 2023. Didn't I already do that video? On paper, it's probably the P1S. But, you know, it depends on... It really depends on what you're going after. For me right now, if PO Poly can solve their software issues with the Magneto X, that would be kind of my top printer of 24 at the moment. But did I get mine in 20? No, I got mine in 24. Anyone link the Nero's review? Just go to his channel. He did it. He put up the video. Kit says, and the new fix, just slightly better wires and even thicker insulation. That's not flex rated. Oh, and a nylon weave cover. Yeah. For me, the most memorable this year is the Orange Giga. Memorable, yes. Reliable, no. Kit says, plus it's an inspired clone of a long-established printer. A lot of what's wrong with SV08 shouldn't be. I think that Sobel did a great job on the SV06. It's still my favorite printer they put out. SV06 and the SV06 Plus. They're poverty Prusias. It's what they are.
And if anyone denies it, it's an MK3S. It's what the SV06 and SV06 Plus are. They're MK3Ss. And they're good for the money. They're slow, but you can clipperize them. Yeah. I dig it. I do dig it. Sobel has a tendency to just kind of copy what's popular, do it for cheaper, do it with lots of injection molded parts rather than 3D printed, and get it out at a really, really affordable price point. But I agree with Jack Faxon here saying that Nero was being very fair. He was actually excited about it, like myself, until he started putting it together. The V2 will probably be awesome. Well, I think Sobel still has some time to fix it, or at least put out some fixes. The belt's getting messed up is going to be a hard one to fix. That's a belt routing problem, but it's not impossible to resolve. Clearly, it's the Rook V2. Man, I want to do a Rook at some point. Yeah, actually, I can't imagine a printer that large with stupid bed springs. That is such a that's such a downfall to Sobel, or not Sobel, to Elegoo. Elegoo, I don't know what you guys were thinking with that Giga. There's no reason those beds should be on springs. They should be hard. They should be hard mounted. Put the tool heads on adjustable sliders. That's what it should be. The tool head should be on adjustable sliders. Like, there's no reason that that machine should be like that. But yeah, we're gonna do kind of a rundown of some of the new releases. I think it'll be a fun little video. That'll come out during Rocky Mountain Rep Fest, or right after Rocky Mountain Rep Fest. I'm gonna pre-film it, so I don't have to worry about filming when we get back in town. Okano says Sobel has a week to fix unless delay. Yeah, but they can get the printer sold and not ship them for a month or so while they fix the issues. Yeah. Tex says the fact that they put a portion of the profit towards the Voron project is awesome. Nero, it said that he was not able to confirm that. Nero said he is not aware of that. Unless that has changed and I didn't notice that. My last understanding was that Nero was not aware of that communication. So, yeah. Grain of salt that. That was something that Jonathan Levy put in his video, but Nero, who's on the Voron design team, was not able to confirm that at this time. So, unfortunately, I don't like that. Like, I don't know. I got some things to say about that. Hobo Banana says no agreement. Someone might be just donating the money. There's no way to just donate the money, I don't think. They said there is no agreement. Sobel Marketing was told to use the donate button like everyone else. Wait to see if Sobel actually follows through with their promise. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think we're at a point today. We got pretty much all the wiring done that we could, I think. Oh, wait, I should plug this in. Uh-oh. I need more wire. Should plug this in. I think it's on the wrong side, too. I think it should be on the other side. But whatever, it's over here right now. So, that's going to be where it's going to be for right now. Plug that in and make it look pretty. Oh, so pretty. But yeah, guys, I think, or y'all, I'm trying to be... I say guys just out of habit, and I know that's not right. I'm trying to do better at that, so I'm sorry if I mix up with that stuff. But I'm gonna head out of here. So I think we got some good progress done today. We got a lot of the wiring done. We're not going to be bothering with the panels before we get this printer actually running. Next week, we're going to finish the tool head, and we're going to get this thing powered on. We're going to get it wired up, or software put on it. All that jazz. And Lord willing, next week, damn thing runs. Be super cool. Get our first print. I don't know what it's going to be, but hey, if we're lucky, it'll work out. So, yeah. Unless you guys have other questions for me, I think we're going to end this one here. With any other questions? Other than you should like the video, subscribe if you haven't, support us if you feel so inclined. Anything? Anything?
Kit says another one on my list of folks one should take with a grain of salt with any info they give. There is a horse trader and UK trash sorter on that list. I have no idea what that's. Is the sun purple yet? If you stare at it long enough, it is. Was meaning of life, the universe, and everything? The answer is 42. That is all I have for you all today. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome. Have a good one.